Hey there, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. I wanted to discuss a Facebook post. I'm on Facebook. I do frequent the Facebook social networking site. And there was a young lady that I know, and she left a comment which basically said a lot of people talk about how they've been favored by God and how that everyone else out there is trying to, i.e., steal their joy, or if not steal their joy, steal their steal their blessing because they're blessed and highly favored. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us in ways that we can't even count, in more ways than we can even imagine. So, alhamdulillah. But I want to point out the young lady mentioned a flip side to that. She said, whose people don't tell the other side of the story where they may have been backbiting or two-faced or hypocritical, and this of course raised the animosity and the anger of others towards them. Therefore, all that opposition they're getting may really be because they initially were the offenders. So I often have to ask myself that question once again. I did a video maybe a couple of years back, I'll say about a year or so ago. It was called Offender or Offended, which one are you? And I kept asking that in the video. Which one are you, the offender or the offended? And of course, many times we may think we are the offended party when really we are the offenders. We may think we are the victim when in actuality we are the perpetrator. And there was a really good story I heard called The Cookie Thief. It was narrated by self-help author Wayne Dyer, and I think even Ray Hagen's talked about this. It's a poem called The Cookie Thief, and basically the whole the whole premise of this poem or this short story is someone sitting in the airport. They got a bag of cookies and they start eating on it, and then a guy sits next to them, and then as they're eating their cookies, they realize this guy is reaching into the cookie bag and eating the cookie. And of course, this person is staring at her like, how are they eating in my bag of cookies? Like, they just picking through my bag like it ain't nothing. So of course, as as it keeps progressing, the person finally takes the last cookie, breaks it in half, and shares it with them. So now this person's incredulous, you know. They're just angered and just indignant. So when this lady or this man, depending on how the story is told, gets on the plane, they realize that they have their unopened bag of cookies. And it turns out that they were the offender who was eating from someone else's cookies. And of course, the man decided, hey, let's share them. And the whole point is that sometimes we think other people are the offenders or other people are the wrong party and we're the wronged party. When in actuality, we're the wrongdoer instead of the wronged, and we've wronged others. So that's just something to really consider. I had to revisit it because the young lady's comment just really spoke to me. And I even reposted it on my Facebook status just because I thought, I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I gotta come out and say this. And she said it so succinctly and so precise. I have nothing but respect for that. And I too, in my own personal life, have thought of myself as the offended party, as the one who has been shamed or blasted. And there are times when I look back, I can see where I was the offender and not the offended. So that's just something to really think about. Please rate and leave your feedback, and take care.